And I'm sorry, I just hit the record button. So those who are listening later, you missed the first little bit. But, you can't be at a peak. As much as life would be amazing to see at this peak and see the beautiful surrounding, you have to climb back down. And this is the exact same thing with entrepreneurship. And if I can do this business, if I can have a successful business, and if I can eventually, in 2 years, or whatever it might be, set these goals and fail at goals, but yet succeed in so many different ways, if I can do this, anyone can do it. And I wish that you guys truly, sometimes I don't know if you guys actually believe that. And it's so amazing to see you guys develop and to see you guys grow. And I think sometimes as your leader or your coach or your teacher, you see the potential so much more than anyone else, or not anyone else, but the way you see it. And add one more step into that is that you are women and you have emotions that you have to deal with every single day. And unfortunately, with being a lady, we are our own worst critics. We are so rough on ourselves. And we start to fall and we think we're the worst mom, we're the worst wife, we're the worst whatever. I mean, today I asked my kids, I was the worst mom. And I could sit there and think, crap, like my kids are going to hate me forever. What have I done to them? Or I can say, tomorrow I'm doing this with them, this with them. I'm, turning off this. I'm going to do this. So the long about way of saying all this is I wanted to just have a night where we can just sit and chat and really open up and for you guys to feel safe and to express your greatest triumphs and to express those valleys and to understand that that's part of the journey. And so I will start if no one else volunteers to start, but I wanted to hear, we talk about personal development and why it's there, and that is the reason. It's to better you from the inside out, for you to shine brighter in these darker days and to shine brighter on these peaks. And for those around you to see how amazing you are from the inside out. And that's what Beachbody is about. They want the transformation from the inside out, okay? And so I'm going to just let anyone who wants to go first. I don't know how many people are even on. Tonight is a crazy night for some people. And everyone's faces are off except for 2 people. So I'm talking to myself. But if anyone wants to start, I will let them start with something that they have been reading in personal development and how they've maybe applied it into their business or their life or whatever. So does anyone want to volunteer to go first? Because if not, I will. But I would love to hear from anyone else.
I'll go. I don't know how well my internet is working, but you'll get what you get. So what I've been learning in personal development, I've been watching a lot of videos from Brené Brown or listening to different audios by her, and then I've also been reading this book on and off. And a lot of what I've been taking in from that and from this book is just to be true to myself, and that it doesn't matter my status or my
don't
anything that I'm doing. It doesn't affect my worth. I'm still a person who's worth sharing my story, and that people will want to come to me, and that just no matter what you do, be true to you and don't worry about what other people are going to think. So that's just what I've been trying to do. And I don't know, it's hard to even understand what's going on in your mind sometimes. You don't even realize what your voice is. But so that's what I've been focusing on. So yeah.
Thank you. I love it. And I've been working on that as much as I have resisted this page thing. I have noticed that I've been able to narrow in on my niche market and narrow in on who I am. So I love it. Thank you. Anyone else? Okay, I'll go then. I have been listening. So you guys know I take my son to preschool. That's like almost an hour away each way. And so I have been listening to the laws of leadership. And it, like, as much as you might think that I might think I know what I'm doing, I don't. And sometimes that's hard to swallow. You know, I do my very best. Especially at the very beginning of this process, I always told Breezy I could never lead a team. I could never do this. Like, I am not a strong enough person to just, you know, open up. I have anxiety like crazy, guys. Like, if you guys only knew, like, when I go to, like, I went to my first Super Saturday 2 years in the business because I was too afraid to be in a social crowd that big where I knew I had to talk. I can go to the mall because I know I don't have to talk to people there. But to go to Summit, like, this is another challenge for me. Like, people know who I am in the tribe and they want to talk to me, and that scares me because I don't know everyone, and that petrifies me. And so I've really been focusing and trying to dial in on being a better leader. And I want my girls and my team to know, and those who are on the Diamond Dash, I want them to know at the bottom of my heart that I just care and I love. And I will support whatever happens in this business and whatever directions people go. But I'm reading the laws of leadership. And so the one I was just listening to in the car this last week was the 5th law, and that's the law of addition. And he talks about one of the most well-known CEOs in the retail world is Costco's. And they have by far the lowest turnover rate. Their turnover rate is way lower than anyone else. They pay on average 42% more than the company's chief rival, which I'm assuming is Walmart. They pay more, 42% more on average. He takes, so the CEO, his salary is well below what other CEOs of similar sized companies make, because he's more focused on serving his employees than making a salary. And because of all this, his business has the lowest, and retail, the lowest turnover rate in all of retailing. And so I have just been pondering this thought, and and that it comes down to, are you making things better for the people who follow you? Am I adding value to my new coaches? Am I adding it to my present coaches? Am I adding value to those people who are around me? Am I recognizing those people that are struggling, that are failing? Am I reaching out enough? And I'll tell you, no, I don't. In my opinion, I try and but I don't. And so that is something that me personally, I am totally trying to do is, am I making things better for the people who follow me in general? Coaches, customers, everything else. So that's my takeaway from, if you ever need good PD, John C. Maxwell. Failing Forward is an amazing one. My business took a turn when I read Failing Forward and realizing that I'm going to fail. It's going to happen. And it's what I do in those failures that are going to make me a better leader, a better person, a better mom, a better business, business endeavor, entrepreneur. That's the word. So anyways, anyone else?
Okay, well, we'll see how far I can get through it without Elsie freaking out. So if I just go mute, that's the end. So I have been struggling. I've been struggling with business, with PD, with working out, with all of it. Because once I got sick, I found every excuse that I could to not do it because I didn't need to. And so I'm still reading the 12-week year. I think that's what it's called. Anyway, and I have like, I think 20 pages left on it. Which I really enjoyed that. but I think that I need to go back and reread it because I don't think that I've gotten everything that I need to out of it. And then also I have been listening to Chalene Johnson, her podcast, because I love her. And so today I was actually, I was listening to her podcast today, and it was about motivation and how to get motivated again. And one thing that I loved about it that she said in there was that you just need to do it. Like, and I mean, that's something easy. Like, we all know we just need to do it and just get up and do it. But I don't know, it just hit me today that you just have to do it. If that's what you want, in your life, you need to do it. And so that's what I've been doing. That's what I've been listening to right now. And that's where I'm at.
I love it. Thank you for sharing. Don't make me talk, guys. I've had enough screaming at my 2 children today. So, I mean, I'm a good mom. I didn't scream. Or I might fail forward tomorrow. Not going to lie to you. Okay. Anyone? I'm not going to make anyone who doesn't want to talk. I will not make you talk.
Are you there? I'll talk.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm a total vulnerable here, but like I feel like I'm holding on to my teeth and nails to like keep listening to everyone talking, but I'm seriously failing at all of it right now. Oh my gosh, so embarrassing. But hey, I'm being vulnerable. I am so busy, and having my husband gone, excuse or not excuse, I am so busy right now, and so but I'm still here, and I'm trying to listen in. That I'm not giving up. So it's just minor, it's just minimal, but I know it's gonna flip around. It's just a matter of finding the time I'm just finding the time with picking up kids, dropping off kids, homeschooling, and my busy life right now. So but I'm not giving up. Like, I'm still, and I haven't even worked out like I should be doing. So I'm like 0 on the totem pole right now, but I am still trying. I am just me, but it will happen. And I know it will, because I'm not going to give up. That's why I keep tapping in, but I'm just being real. That's just me, and it will pull together. I just have got to, it's just been extremely hard being a single mom. And, yeah, I'm not a single mom, but I am being a single mom right now. So kind of thrown into it. So, but I'm here, but that's where I'm at right now.
I love it. I love it. And Jennifer, you're exactly what I mean. Just staying consistent, like just starting consistently, even if it's working out for 30 minutes and getting some personal development on the way to and from, picking kids up. Obviously, you're on the go right now, but like it really is just being consistent. And everyone runs their own race, and realize that everyone's going to have different hurdles. Some are going to move super fast. Some are going to move slower. Some are going to move faster than they thought they would. Some are going to move slower than they thought they were. And so we say this all the time, but put those blinders on. Like, guys, I don't know if you guys remember when Keisha, hopefully I said that right because I always say her name wrong, did the team call. She joined the same time I did, guys, January of 2014. And she is like probably going to be 15-star this year in 2 years, 2.5, 3 years of building. And she is making more than she did at Google as a, recruiter. So she was making over 6 figures, as there, and she's already matched that in the first 2 years. So she's someone that I look at and I have to say she has a different race. But then I'm thinking of all the excuses, like, she worked a full-time, corporate job and was able to do this. And I could sit there and relate, but it goes back to Rebecca said, you've got to be who you are, and you got to be true to yourself and run your own race and enjoy it. So, way to put yourself out there. I know it's not easy, especially as a new coach, to just hop on and unmute yourself. So, amazing. Anyone else? I won't make you talk, but I would love to hear you.
I guess I will go. I think probably the biggest thing I'm failing at right now is the personal development. And I know that, I really try. I really do. And I guess there's no such thing as trying. Either you do or you don't. But I am the single mom. And that isn't an excuse. It's just that I have kids during the day, all day long. I mean, I work from home, so it's never ending. But I struggle to find the time to be able to just take that 30 minutes. I mean, my carpool for me isn't that long. And typically on a school night, it's everything I can do to keep my eyes open after I get kids in bed, let alone to try to get my personal development in. I think, as far as working out, and I have fully committed to posting every single day, to working out every day, because not only do I want to help other people, but I love the way I feel when I'm done, and there will be times where I feel like what I'm doing is kind of in vain. And yeah, I mean, I had it happen today. I had someone at work instant message me, and, and I'm thinking, I've got to do another post today. I forgot. It was a crazy morning, but it was really cool to have somebody instant message me and say, because of you, I've started walking on my treadmill. I mean, and you don't realize that those people are watching you. It was somebody that I would never have thought was even paying attention to what, was on my post. But to hear somebody say that kind of makes you feel like you want to keep going, because you know that people are watching. And I didn't realize how much until I started being a little more consistent with the workouts. And I get it. I know that I have to be balanced in all three of those areas, but I'm starting with one at a time and seeing where it goes.
I love it. You guys are going to bring me to tears. But it's the truth. I'll tell you, just like teaching, those messages make those valleys so worth it. And you are changing lives and you don't even know. And you're changing lives and you do know. You get those messages from people in your groups. And it's hard. It's hard. And I will tell you, this business can get hard. But those little messages, those little victories, and not just from coaches or from customers, but from coaches, to see you guys succeed, to see a coach open up and know that she had her biggest paycheck, or a coach that's able to pay groceries now for her family where they haven't been eating the way they should because they haven't been able to afford food. To see those victories are amazing as a coach and what we do. My suggestion would be to you, Jamie, is to put on your PD while you work out. You are so dedicated to working out that if you were to, mute most of those moves, you probably are getting used to now, and where you don't need to listen to it, but, put on some audio and just while you're working out. I know people who are like runners listen to like their PD while they're running, and get to Emerald. I'll get you a shower speaker. You can listen to it while you shower, and go from there. But you nailed it, girl. I mean, there are, and the fact that we're here together to get us through these peaks and valleys, and some of us are dealing with issues in our personal lives. I get messages from different girls with different issues in their personal lives, and to know that you can take those issues in your lives and what you're dealing with at home or coaching or whatever it is, and you have a support system that is never leaving you, is is amazing. And that's why I show up every single day. And that's why I'm on this call with you guys tonight. Because it changes lives. And it, we're not just changing, customers but I am a better person because I know you ladies, and, you guys make me better. And I'm a better person because of it. So now that you've seen me cry, which I love doing in front of people, anyone else?
I hopped on late. Just to clarify, what's the question?
We are just talking about personal development, something we've been reading and how we can apply it into our business, and how we are applying it to our business or our personal lives. So if anyone, and you don't have to, but if there's something you want to say, it doesn't have to be about personal development. If you just want to say a struggle or something you love, it's just a time to empower one another tonight and just talk. No trainings, no nothing. Just love.
So the thing I feel like, and Ashley, I've been going back and forth, and like last night I was like, okay, forget this, I'm back in the game. But then like I roll my eyes at the thought of starting another challenge group. Like I guess I feel like with each challenge group I run, I always feel so disappointed because I get all these people and I take it so personally, like, okay, I'm going to help you. And like, I swear, like 99 to 100% of them always drop. And it's not that I take it personally, but I'm just like, what's the point? That's kind of like how I'm feeling right now. I'm like, okay, let me, start planning another challenge group. And I'm like, what's the point? I don't know. I guess that's what I'm struggling with, like with coaching right now. That's also, I think that's kind of holding me back a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. And we all get those. I mean, I'll be honest, most time I go to run a free group, I think the same thing. Like, I mean, I have 100 and something people in my 5K group, and there's like 8 people participating. So, but you have to remember that those 8 people are looking for answers, and those people are wanting change and making a difference. One thing, and I will share this, I got it today, as a new, you might just want to switch your challenge group layout. And I just got one today from my NLC group that I'm in, and I will share that on my page tonight because it's kind of simplified and I really like it. It's pretty easy, and you just might just want to change up so you're not bored with it. Your challengers haven't done it, but you've done it several times, and so it might be beneficial just to change it up. And and I will post that new one because I kind of like the layout. And she does 30 and 60-day groups, so she's just doing a 30-day group. She'll just take the first little bit of it, and then she does a full 60-day. She'll do that. But with you, I would say like you've got to dig deep in that why and those people that you've changed, and kind of going from there and getting that validation from them. And just because they're not participating doesn't mean that they don't. I mean, I have been, like, my sister canceled her coach account today. Didn't even tell me. I mean, it happens, like it's not the end of the world. I can sit there and say, oh, like, it's bad, but it is what it is, and I can't change that. And, she wasn't, she did it for the discount mostly and kind of here and there, but it just really is digging into that why. And, and it's hard. Some days are harder than others. And, that's my advice. And we can chat a little bit later, more in depth about things. But, that would be my advice. It's kind of maybe look at the positive and try and figure out where and how you can love these girls and take them on their journey that they're in. So, but we can definitely chat and set up a time to go over that for sure.
I mean, like I have my T25 support group is about to end, and 1 from 12 actually finished it.
But you just changed one life.
Just 1. There's like 2 who are still doing it and they're just late, but everybody else has completely stopped. And I'm just like, you're wasting your money, like.
And that's when you reach out to them and you see what's going on. You know, I just posted a coach survey. You know, that might be a good place to start and to send them a coach survey and say, like, why? Why are they failing? So you can reach out. Are they struggling with the meal plan? Are they struggling with the time management? Are they struggling with feeling inadequate? Like, what is their why of why they're not participating? Is it, you know, the motivation, whatever it is. So just digging deeper and trying to reach out to those people. And sometimes they don't respond. And I get that too. You know, sometimes that just is the way it is. So realize that it's not just you. I promise. Top coaches. When I went to the retreat with Breezy, Scotty Hobbs, top coach, that's what he said. My challenge groups suck. You guys figure out a way, you know, and he is almost a 15-star diamond. He's in the Millionaires Club in the first 3 years, you know, amazing. So yes. Anyone else or anything else? I'm going to run upstairs because I just got a notification I have 10% left on my computer. So if someone wants to unmute and talk, or Ron, if you have another question.
Ashley, can I say something?
Yeah.
I don't know. Let me see who was talking. Is it Rana? Is that your name?
Yeah.
Is that her name?
Yeah.
I'm just going to say, so just to be a little encouraging, I mean, honestly, I've been following, Ashley, your groups, and I feel horrible that I have not posted on there, just to keep it real. But honestly, like I said, my life is totally flipped upside down right before I joined. And so I was super excited, super pumped, and I just think, you know, if you put things in perspective, that really I'm still trying to hang out here, but in reality, I'm not able to give 100% right now, but I think that's probably maybe other people feel that way, or there's obviously some people that probably are like, I don't know, you know, they just want to quit. That's fine. But honestly, I feel horrible. Like there's this one girl that's doing part of the group, the 60-day challenge right now. And she's amazing. Like seriously, she's like posted like every time about her before and after weight. I haven't even posted my before weight, right? So I'm like way behind. So I could only imagine how inadequate. I mean, I totally feel inadequate. Like I'm like, dude, I'm like freaking a week behind here or more. So you know what I mean? So people are probably like, oh, I'm out of the challenge because I never got on, I didn't catch the boat. And in reality, I think as a positive post, I mean, something you might add to your post. I'm not posting on there right now, but it was encouraging, like to hear from you, Ashley, when you're like, hey, it's kind of quiet out there, you know? And so it was like, hey, maybe I'm not the only person that's feeling this way. You know what I mean? So you feel like you're falling behind, you're behind everybody else. So it's like, why even try? You know? And so you kind of feel that downer. And in reality, it's just like, hey, just start where you're at. And maybe a positive post. I mean, if it was me posting, I should maybe, you know, just an idea. Be like, hey, you know, let him in. It's just like, hey, kind of quiet out there or whatever, but just a positive note. Hey, wherever you're starting, just start where you're at. It's all cool. Like, it's all great. And that's encouraging to me or anybody out there that's like feeling like they're falling off the dang edge, you know, like, hey, I haven't got my freaking picture in yet, for crying out loud, you know? So, and I'll post like a meal or two, and that one girl will post, and it's super encouraging. I'm like, okay, I can do this. Like, she's freaking rocking it. And I'm like, I'm behind. So that's just my tidbit. I mean, I'm living it right now. I'm falling way behind. And so it's embarrassing. It's humiliating. And who wants to be on there? You know what I'm saying? And this girl's rocking it. I'm so proud of her. So yeah, that's all I got to say.
Thanks, girl. I love it.
Can I say something too?
Yes.
Can you all hear me? I've had problems with audio the past couple of days. Okay. But for Rana, like you were talking about how you're having a hard time not taking it personally. I want to recommend that you read the book, The 4 Agreements. Like that's a book I used to take pretty much everything personally, but it talks about how it's not about you. People aren't participating because you're a bad coach. They're participating because they're not in it. And that book might really help you. Just help you. It's a good book, so you should read it. It's called The 4 Agreements by Don Ruiz, I think.
Thank you. Thanks. You guys are amazing. We're going to get cut off here because we have like 2 minutes left because I'm too cheap. But I have one assignment. We're going to do it tomorrow, so you guys have a preview. But I want you guys to think about this tonight. Beachbody's theme this year is I am stronger, or stronger every day. And I want you to make a video tomorrow in the PS page why you are stronger today. So like, I am stronger today because. How are you stronger? Is it physically? Is it mentally, emotionally, spiritually? How are you stronger today than you were yesterday? So think about that. And because I will post it. You guys just have an extra night to think about it. Why are you stronger? Just as like a 2-minute clip, of why you are stronger every day. So I love you all, and I hope you guys really know that. And I will see you guys on the team call. Thank you guys so much for talking tonight. Have a good one.